Please help me to reach 1,000 subscribers. Hey, if you enjoy the stories on my channel, please make sure to subscribe. Your support keeps me going and inspires me to share more. Thank you. Now let's dive into today's tale. My name is Evelyn, and the night everything fell apart began with a single lie, one I'd told before, one I thought I had under control. I texted my husband that I was hanging out with friends. In reality, I was nowhere near them. I was at a restaurant, sitting across from a man who wasn't my husband. And then it happened. Across the dimly lit dining room, past the clinking glasses and low chatter, my gaze collided with Nathan's. My fork stopped midway to my lips. My pulse dropped into my stomach. Because he was right there, at the same restaurant, staring at me like the ground had just split open. His face showed it all: disbelief, heartbreak, and the painful moment the truth hit him. He knew. He knew I had lied. Before you jump to conclusions, let me tell you how everything spiraled into this disaster. Nathan and I had been married for 5 years, together for 7. Our life together was steady, structured, almost too familiar. We lived more like well-behaved roommates than a couple in love. Somewhere along the line, the fire went out. The goodnight kisses turned into quick pecks, the conversations turned into reminders, and the comfort turned into stagnation. Then Eric came along. He was new at work. Charming, confident, with that effortless boldness that pulls your attention before you even realize it. He noticed everything Nathan overlooked. The smallest details about me felt suddenly seen again. A haircut. A new nail color. My habit of adding cinnamon to my morning coffee. Things I had forgotten were worth noticing. I didn't wake up one day and decide to cheat. It crept in quietly. A harmless joke at the printer became playful messages. Those messages became long lunches. And eventually, one evening turned into a night I didn't go home. I told myself it was a lapse in judgment, something I would put an end to. But I didn't stop. Instead, I covered my tracks with girls' nights. Nathan never doubted for a second. His trust made it easier to break. That Saturday, Eric had booked a table at a small Mediterranean restaurant. It wasn't somewhere Nathan and I went, so I felt safe. Too safe. I sent Nathan the usual lie: spa night with the girls. Might stay over. He replied with, have fun. Love you. That one stung more than I expected. Eric and I sat tucked away near the back. I felt bold, wearing a silk blouse I hadn't bothered to show Nathan. For the first time in a long while, I felt desirable. Then I heard it. A laugh I could recognize in a room full of strangers. Nathan's laugh. I turned, and there he was near the entrance, looking around. My entire body locked up. My husband, I whispered to Eric, panic climbing up my throat. He's here. Eric blinked like he thought I was joking. You're kidding. Get up, I hissed. We need to go. But I had already lost whatever chance I had. The moment I stood, Nathan's eyes lifted and landed directly on mine. Everything froze. He didn't storm toward me or shout. He simply stared, and in that stare, I watched the truth wash over him. Confusion hardened into recognition. Then into hurt. And finally, into that cold emptiness that comes when something inside a person breaks. I whispered, Nathan? I'm so sorry. He turned around and walked out. I rushed after him, leaving Eric behind without a second thought. Outside in the icy night air, he stood beside his car, jaw clenched, breath fogging around him. Please, I begged. Let me explain. He didn't even look at me at first. Explain what? That you're not with Claire? Or that you've been sleeping with some guy from work while I'm out picking up groceries and taking care of everything at home? His words hit like cracks forming in glass. How long? He asked. I hesitated, and that hesitation answered everything. He laughed bitterly. That long, huh? 3 months, I whispered. So for 3 months you came home, kissed me goodnight, told me you loved me, and lied. I do love you, I cried. He stepped back like the words burned. Don't say that. The silence that followed was suffocating. Then came the question that gutted me. Who else knew? I couldn't speak because the truth was humiliating. Claire knew. Some coworkers probably guessed. Everyone else knew my secret except the man I promised loyalty to. You made me look like a fool, he said quietly. You let everyone else know before me. My tears came uncontrollably. I wasn't trying to hurt you. I was just lost. We were lost. Then why didn't you talk to me? He asked. Why avoid me instead of facing the truth? I thought you didn't care anymore, I sobbed. He stared at me for a long moment. Then he said something I'll never forget. You know what's ironic? I came here tonight to surprise you. I was going to get your favorite food, stop by Claire's place, and leave it for you. I just wanted to remind you that I still care. I felt my heart collapse. Oh my God. Guess I was the only one still trying, he said softly. He got into his car. Nathan, please don't leave. But the door shut. The engine started. And he drove away without looking back. I stood there on the sidewalk, shaking, the cold biting through my clothes while people stared at me like I was some tragic scene. I went home alone, not to Eric, not to anyone. The house felt haunted. His flannel shirt draped over a chair, our dog's empty bed, the framed honeymoon photo on the dresser. Everything we built was still there, but he wasn't. I texted him, called, left messages. None answered. Weeks passed. Then one morning I opened my mailbox and found a manila envelope. Inside were divorce papers. No note. No explanation. Just the final brutal end. Claire stopped speaking to me too. She said she refused to keep covering for the mess I made. I didn't blame her. Eric tried to reach out once, but I blocked him. He was never what I wanted. What I wanted was the life I shattered. All because I told one lie to escape boredom, and destroyed the only person who actually loved me. And even now, I still see Nathan's face, that exact instant in the restaurant when he realized who I had become. Please help me to reach 1,000 subscribers.